Hello ladies and gentlemen, and you join me tonight after a pretty disappointing performance. I think we can all say, and I think it's something that Liam Rosenior won't sugarcoat in his interviews and in his press stuff after the game. I think he will just say, look, we went at it, which is good. Just a bit of honesty, and I wouldn't have expected that from previous managers. But I think Rosenior will say it as it is, which is good. I do just want to say, first of all, that it's not Ingram's fault. It's not Louis Coyle's fault. We'll get that out of the way. We started off really well. We got the goal, but then after the goal, we didn't create anything else. About 15 minutes in, corner, Woods floats it in, it's headed clear, Slater picks it up on the other side, he whips it back in, Norwich have a bit of a defensive / goalkeeping meltdown, and Jacob Greaves on the turn finds the back of the net. But Norwich responded really well. 3 minutes later, they were back level. Kieran Dowell scored, and he just had. He had space. He got a shot off. He always scores against us, Kieran Dowell, and it deflected off Greaves, and went past Ingram. Not Ingram's fault, can I just add? So I've seen some saying, right, his clean sheet record's gone. He could be dropped now. Let's get Darlow in. He's done nothing wrong. Again, his distribution looked a little bit shaky at times tonight, but it's not a droppable offence. He's playing well. He made a couple of decent saves again. There's no reason to drop him. And then, Norwich got straight back into it, as I said. And from there, we never got a foothold in the game. The ball, we were totally absent in midfield, and we had, Seri and Woods weren't having the desired effect. Slater's been poor in recent weeks as well. I love Regan, but he hasn't been up to his standards of the early season in recent weeks, in my opinion. Good to see Ben Tete starting again, once again as well. Good to see him back from suspension, and he's over the injury now. But again, he didn't do a whole lot. But that's because there was such a big gap between the defence and then the midfield and the attack. In the second half, not much improved. Pelkas came on, which was good to see. Ebio, we got on the pitch as well. But yeah, Ebio is clearly rusty. I had some people after the Stoke game were saying, right, he's crap. He's not played first team football for since Crystal Palace were knocked out of the Carabao Cup, I think, and that was in September, October time. And from there, he's been playing under 21 football at the most, and he's just coming off the back of an injury which has kept him out for a few weeks. He's going to be rusty. He's not match fit yet. There's a difference between being fit enough to play and being match fit. And some fans, I think, don't seem to have a grasp of that. It's not just our fans, it's fans everywhere. There's a section of fans within the fan base of every club thinking, right, as soon as he's fit, he can play now. No, he can't. A player can't just do that. They have to be built, their fitness has to be built up. And that's why Dimmy and Malcolm are getting games off the bench from the start, because they're not going to be amazing straight away. But did the changes make a whole lot of difference? Not really. We just weren't at it tonight. It's as simple as that. I'm not sure. It was something in the midfield just wasn't having it, and I'm not sure whether it was a specific and one of Rosenior's 4 changes, or what, I don't know. But there just seemed to be a big gap between our defence and then our midfield and attack. Oscar was isolated again. He works his socks off as Oscar, but he wasn't getting anything. So I'm glad Rossini pulled him off, because it gives him time, because he looks knackered. So it gives him a bit of a rest. Longman didn't do a whole lot. Yeah, we'll move on. Norwich's second. Gabriel Sara just had way too much space and time. Oh God, way too much space and time. And then it went. And then the third one, I can't even remember what the third one was like, but between Norwich's first and second, and then the second and the third, I know they had a couple of decent chances. Adam Ida should have scored one. I think Kieran Dowell had another chance as well. Yeah, it was Sargent who scored the third, wasn't it? Grant Hanley had a brilliant game at the back. I couldn't believe he was outpacing Ben Tete. I thought, how old's Grant Hanley? Is he about 35, 36? I could not believe he was outpacing Ben Tete at some points during that game. But yeah, he had a really good game for Norwich. It was a big call by David Wagner to drop Timu Pukki and to bring Adam Ida in, and it worked. I think that's their first win at home in 7 games. So whatever Wagner did, it worked. And Kieran Dowell got his customary goal against us, because he just always seems to do it, whether he's playing for Forest, whether he's playing for Wigan, and now at Norwich as well. He just always seems to find the back of the net against us. But we'll move on. We'll move on to Preston on Saturday, where hopefully we bounce back from what was pretty disappointing but well-earned point at Stoke, and a disappointing performance tonight against Norwich. I'll be back in the ground for that one at the MKM, so you can join me for the matchday vlog on Saturday. Preview on Friday night. And yeah, until then, thank you for watching. And don't overreact on social media, because it's not Ingram's fault. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Take care and goodbye.